Hello everyone. Hi
Hello,
Paulo.
Hi, bro.
Do you remember the times where we first time met in Brazil? It was like 3 years ago, I think. Or
2017,
maybe...
right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Do you think I was the first guy who tried Zomo as a Russian guy?
Oh, actually, you were one of the first guys.
One of the first.
Yeah,
yes.
I remember Felix.
Yeah.
Felix is
from Hookah Club
from
show.
a Hookah Club show. He was in Dortmund and he really liked the product.
All right.
But I can say you were the first one to say, "Oh, Paulo, good one."
Well, that was a really great experience to get acquainted with you, and I see a really great success after these 3 years. It was a long way to launch the sales in USA and Germany, and now finally in Russia.
Finally.
And the most interesting thing, you know, that in Brazil I found some really interesting things. So we have taken our Russian tobacco.
Yeah.
We came to Brazil. We tried to smoke it, and it was totally different.
Yeah.
And I think it was because of climate. And at the same time, everybody from who participated from Brazil in Hookah Battle, everybody used Zomo, and everybody smoked Zomo, and we also tried Zomo, and it was super cool.
Yeah.
But when we get it to the Russia, some samples from Brazil to the Russian, tried to smoke it right here.
Yeah.
It was not so okay. It
Yeah.
was different, really. So my theory is that the climate of country, like Brazil and Russia, is totally different, and the tobacco smokes really different.
Yeah.
Do you think that's true or not?
I fully believe on that, and that's the reason why we didn't release the product yet, because the most easy thing would bring directly our product, put on the shelves and start sales. And the problem is exactly what you told me. The product tastes different.
All right.
So you are completely right on that. And we have been through testing, developing new flavors. When we are talking about new flavors, about the same flavor but with the new concept for Russia, you know?
So for Russia it will be a little bit different, right?
It's going to be definitely different.
Definitely
a few
different.
flavors we didn't change a lot because they were okay.
All right.
But many flavors we changed completely,
All
so
right.
could fit on our Russia concept.
right.
But the idea, and that was the hard part, Stan. We didn't want to lose our DNA, you know, from our product.
Yeah,
because,
sure.
you know, the booth, the design, the everything that you have behind the brands, it's not only the color and the graphics, but you should have the DNA in the product as well. So if your product is like copycat from other brands, it's not good. So
All
we
right.
have our own DNA. We tried not to change a lot, but we changed a little.
I have already tried some Russian version of your product and I really like it. I like it more than Brazil one.
Yeah.
What do you think if Brazilians who have smoked Zomo, classic Zomo for a lot of a big time, will try this Russian version of product? Will they like it or not?
A few of them will like, but mostly probably not, because if they smoke in Brazil,
Yes.
and with such a hot weather that you've been to, you
it's
know
not
that.
only hot, it's also water.
Humid.
Yes.
It's humid and hot. So what happened? You need to have some kind of design flavor to have a good session.
Yeah.
It's like chocolate, you know? You know
Okay.
the chain chocolate when you go to Switzerland and when you go to Brazil, the same chocolate.
All right.
So that I think they won't enjoy.
Okay,
a lot.
look, I have some idea, some kind of challenge. You
Okay,
know?
wow.
You know that very soon.
I'm very afraid when you come with this, man.
Very soon, like a few days right after this show, our team with Hookah Battle will go to Brazil trade show. It's gonna be 7th March. We
Okay.
will do Hookah Battle in Brazil. And what I want to offer you, I want to take this Zomo Russian edition.
Okay.
And I want to take in Brazil the classic Zomo. And I want to smoke 2 hookahs in Brazil.
With the same flavor but with
same
different
flavor
concept.
but different formulas.
That's interesting.
The Brazil old version and Russian version in Brazil.
That's interesting.
So on the next week.
Are you going
and
to tell
after
people?
that, I will go back to Russia and I will smoke these 2 hookahs in Russia.
That's
and I will share with you my experience.
nice.
What do you think about
Are you
it?
going to tell the guys that the same flavor with the adjustment?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Okay.
And that's going to be a good feedback.
All right.
And that's going to be the real deal. So it's amazing idea.
Okay.
It's amazing idea.
All right, so many participants, especially from Brazil and in Spain now and Germany, more and more use Zomo tobacco in hookah battle championships. So what do you think? We have a big community. Do you think we will have some some mutual projects or something like that in the future?
Well,
because some guys asking us about it.
Yeah.
Since you're coming to Russia, of course.
Yeah. Well, first of all, Stan, I need to thank you for being the guy who helped us to see Russia.
Oh.
And I cannot say you did all the job, but you did most part of the job in the beginning.
Thank you.
And I don't know if most of the people know that, but you convinced me, you convinced the CEO of Zomo to come to Russia. You remember that.
Yes.
So I need to thank you for that. And for sure, Stan, we were together, we did work together in Hookah Battle, and for sure we will do business together. We have many challenge, and as I told you, our main challenge here is to build the company and to start the project. And just to bring the distribution here would be easier, but like starting from zero. Even Zomo is now a big brand all over the world, but from here it's like we start from zero. And I tell you the truth, it's a big challenge, man. So we go step by step, and for sure we will do something together, Stan.
All right, that's what I want to hear. Okay, that was my questions for Paolo. Thank you, Paolo, for having time for me, and I wish you good luck with your great product in Russia.
Thank you very much, Stan. Спасибо.
Obrigado.
Obrigado.
Okay, so how everyone again? Now we are in Brazil. Like last week, I've talked with Paulo Isper in Russia. We made a great short interview, and now I'm with Rafael Ferrari, our great friend. Hi, Rafael.
Very good. Awesome.
So,
it's nice to be here.
We want to make a great challenge.
Okay.
So we agreed with Paulo so that we will make one hookah with Russian version of Zomo and one hookah with Brazil version of Zomo.
Interesting. Awesome.
Yes, and so today we have like one hookah, Brazil made, by the way.
Yeah.
It's 3-tone hookah, I think. It's Brazil made hookah.
Yeah, it is.
And it's with Brazil version of Zomo, which we have here. And another one is the Russian Alpha Hookah Model X with Russian version of Zomo. And the idea is that all together we have here Oleg Kniginin, Asa Zakatova, me, Rafael Ferrari, and Alex Minenko from Hookah Battle. We will say which hookah we like to smoke more in Brazil.
Okay.
After that, we will go to Russia, make the same tobacco in Russia with 2 hookahs, and we will repeat it. So our idea is how climates of each country can change the flavor and feeling about the hookah, and what is can be the difference between Russian Zomo and Brazil Zomo. So let's check it. All right. So I think it's almost ready. I think, yeah.
Yes.
All right. So Oleg, you will be the first, and you will smoke first this hookah. After that, this hookah, and you need to say which one you like more. Let's start.
All right.
Okay. Now the Brazil version.
It's really difficult to compare them because of the mint flavor. It really makes the whole experience very different. So it's not the same taste, in my opinion. I like in this hookah I can taste more fruit base or berry base. What is that?
We
Really?
know that the Russian version is less mint. So the same flavor is tropical Amazon. So this is the Brazil version of tropical Amazon, and this is the Russian one. But now you need to select. We are in Brazil. Which hookah you like smoke more? Which you choose?
The idea is that we are sitting here, not in very Brazilian style. It's quite cold here, so it's almost like in Russia. Only humidity differs, and in my opinion, well, this is still very Brazilian taste, and this one is really taste like Russian tobacco. I can
The
really.
rule is select one.
I think that Brazilian is really winning.
Brazil.
In my opinion, Brazilian
Okay.
is better.
I
Yes.
said now you.
I couldn't even say that it's the
I
same
think
flavor.
here is a mint, but it's mint make more bright this flavor.
Yeah.
Here is more minty, but it's mint a little bit scribe on
Throat
throat.
gives you a throat kick.
Yeah.
Okay, so which you select? If I will say I can stay on the one hookah, you need to choose one. Which you select?
Brazil one.
The Brazil one. All right. Okay, now it's gonna be myself. All right.
Okay.
Okay, I smoke in the Brazil one. Really hard to treat. Now I understand. Well, yes, also Brazil one.
Yep.
Try to compare. So
Okay.
one, no.
What?
This is Russian tropical Amazon.
Man, this is very, very different. Oh man. It's incredible how the mint makes the difference, man.
Yes.
To be honest to you, I don't think I will be able to smoke the Russian version for a long time.
Really?
Because it's very, very fruity. It's very, very
Sweet.
sweet, and it has a
Yeah.
lot of berries and stuff. So I'll stay with the Brazilian one.
All right.
It's funny how I'm used to the Brazilian one. It looks like a whole different flavor with no mint. Tastes completely different. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't be able to smoke this one for a long time
Okay.
because it's too fruity, too sweet for me, you know?
So you choose the Brazil one.
I choose the Brazilian one for sure.
All right. Let's go next, Alex. So what is your decision?
I think I choose Russian version because
Brazil version?
no
Russian.
Russian version
Okay.
because in Brazilian version I feel only mint. It's too much for me.
Okay.
In Russian version, it's mint so soft and I can taste.
The main flavor.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
So we have here 5 persons, 4 persons. We smoke 2 flavors in Brazil. We have a decision: 4 persons vote for the Brazil version and 1 person for the Russian version. Our next step is in Russia, so unfortunately we will have you in our company in Russia, but we will smoke the same flavors, same tobaccos, and we will see, will the same persons change their decision with the Russian version and Brazil version, but not in Brazil, in Russia. So let's go to the next step, to Russia. Thank you, Rafael.
Thank you very much
Yes.
for inviting me for this video.
Yes. All right, see you. Okay, now we are in Russia and we have the same people here after several months. COVID restrictions made some troubles with our idea of this video. But now we gathered again, and as I said, today we are in different climate. Our last tasting been in Brazil, and now it's gonna be in Russia in different climate. And we have here the same hookahs, Brazil one with Brazil Zomo and Russian hookah with Russian Zomo. So now we will ask same people what do they think and which hookah they choose in the new climate. So let's start with Oleg. Oleg, now you're smoking Brazil Zomo.
Yeah.
Now try.
But it's quite good actually.
Okay. And now try Russian one.
And it's even little strong as I can get it. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of charcoal. Maybe it's too much charcoal.
Maybe, but concentrate on the flavor and feeling.
Of course, I think that it's more like appropriate here to smoke Russian Zomo, but I like both. They're just different. And that's why.
But if you have to select,
I would rather smoke the Russian one.
okay. Now I said smoke Brazil.
Yeah, I like it, but for me now.
No, you need to compare.
Yes, but about this flavor, for me maybe it's other packing, because I feel something less flavors than I. Flavors, yes. Then I feel it in Brazil.
That might be because of climate.
Yes,
They
that
have
might be.
much more moist climate.
Try Russian one.
I think that we should remove one charcoal. Because the Brazilian Zomo was unexpectedly more strong than it should be.
Brazilian more strong. I feel Russian more strong now.
No, it was, in my opinion. In my opinion, they are both on the same level.
I don't like strong mint flavors, but now here I like Brazilian one nutrition.
Okay, let's go to me. Okay, the first one Brazilian. Now Russian. My choice is Brazilian.
Brazilian is much better than Russian.
Okay.
I think Russian is more usable for Russia. We get used for this flavor, this type of flavors, but this is something new and fresh for us.
In my opinion, Russian is still more like.
It's not minty. Not
It's
so
not
minty.
minty, but it feels like it's more appropriate. I think that people will more prefer the Russian version than this one, in my opinion. Once again.
I think mint here is like compare with main flavor, and I like this one, but I don't like minty. But here is really I like it more than.
Okay. Well, alright, so let's summarize our idea. So that's the question. Do the same brand of tobacco depends on the country climate? Yes or not? Let's summarize. Oleg, do you agree that climate can change the flavor?
I think it's a fact, actually.
Okay.
I can feel that the grade of appropriateness of the tobacco is surely different in Brazil and here. In Brazil it's too warm and moist, and you would like to smoke more mint-containing tobaccos, and smoking in Russia is more calm, and you will prefer less expressive flavor. Like the flavor is actually the same, but I think it's more appropriate here to smoke Russian version.
Okay, I said, do you believe that climate can affect the flavor?
Yes, of course. I can compare it with the Egyptian flavors, Egyptian hookahs, and the same hookah in Russia. But this kind of tobacco I don't see a lot of differences.
All right. Well, in my opinion, since we tried this experiment but without video with another brand, and yes, I can say that this theory works because we have tried same brand in Russia and fly to Brazil and try it again, same package, and the flavor being and feeling of smoke being totally different. So that's my opinion. Alexei?
Yes, I totally agree with Oleg.
Okay. Alright guys, so I hope this video with our trip being interesting for you, and I would like to announce some raffle and challenge. We got these two great packages of Russian Zomo, and I would like to ask you to do something. First, subscribe Hookah Battle YouTube channel and type in comments, do you agree with this theory or not, or do you have your own experience? Maybe you traveled in different countries with the same tobacco and brand flavor and smoke it in different countries. And what is your experience? Send in comment your story. And we will also include here, so you will get a package with Zomo merchandise, and we will put here also Brazil Zomo, and you will have an ability to make own experiments at your home and compare Brazil Zomo and Russian Zomo. I think it's gonna be really interesting. So we have two packages. Type in comments your story, subscribe to Hookah Battle, and we will select two winners after a few weeks. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
How to find the best employee in hookah industry. You can rely on your luck. You could ask your friends. But there is a smarter solution. Hookah Headhunt. The best employees of the hookah industry in one database. From hookah master to CEO. Go to your browser and get a free access to Hookah Headhunt.